So we had a little issue with water leaking in here the other day after the rain. And apparently the little bit of rain we had a few weeks ago even was enough to make it in. So anyway, when we put the roof up, we overlapped the peaks and valleys by one. Really thought that would be enough. But as you can see, there's a bit of an opening. So my solution was, at the moment, I've got some styrofoam that's about 1 inch thick. And I put it up there and it closed the gap quite nicely. So I pushed the styrofoam in from this side because the gap is coming from the other way. So push that in from this side. It pushes up the roofing, the corrugated metal just enough to close the gap, and then I trim it off with a serrated knife. And hopefully that's all it will take. I need to go up over all of these cross beams where the seams are. It's just kind of lucky that just happens to be where they're crossing, I guess. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill in some more of these spaces with the styrofoam and close those gaps. See here, you can't even see the light through there. But if you go down the board, there's water stains there. So there's definitely water, whether it's running down just from this side and running down and then dripping where it hits the nail or the screw and then comes down and drips on that board. I had a puddle of water here yesterday after the rain, and that was the only puddle. It's weird. There was no, I don't think I felt water up there, and this side was dry. So the only water was it was weird. It just happened to land right there on my platter, which was cool because then nothing else got all wet. So anyway, I'm going to fill up some more spaces. This is the simple serrated knife I'm using, straight from the kitchen. That's all I need, just to trim that. And the board, what do I do with another piece of, no, maybe I took it in the house. I'll take a picture and tack it on. I'm going to see if I can show you what I'm doing here. See the gap here? You can see the light coming through. See, right there. So what I'm going to do is from this side, put the styrofoam up there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll look in a second. So I'm going to slide this up here. I've got this 1x2, just kind of pushing it in until I can see that the gap is closed, and kind of even with the other side of the plywood or the 2x4. The gap is completely closed. Let's see. From this side, see? It's closed. And I'll put a little piece there as well to close in that spot, just to make sure it's nice and snug. So that is there. This one's closed. I need to put a little piece in there. But even so, I mean, this looks nice and tight. Right there, you can't see through it anymore. But I'm going to put a piece of styrofoam there too to push that up to make sure it's closed. Less access for water. Oh, I could actually, yeah, I can see a little bit of light. No, other than that's because I just pulled it down a little bit or not, I don't know. I really couldn't see what I was doing there. You could see the other pieces that I had up there. So let's try it from this side. What do I do with that piece of styrofoam now? Dee-dee-dee. Ah, I didn't cut it off. Okay, so I'll cut this one off. And yes, I'm going to go through here with the shop vac and vacuum everything up. Don't need the chicky babies eating styrofoam. Alright, see this piece. Alright, can you see that piece? See if you can see that side. Nab it. All this stuff in the way. Don't have much of anything in here, but it's all in the way. Alright, let's try that. And so, this space here, this is where the roofing overlaps right here. And this is where the gap is and the water is dripping on the boards here, as you can see. So, styrofoam. Push it in there. Take my trusty little 1x2 and tap it into place. There. That gap is completely sealed, nice and tight. Right there. Take a knife, trim it even with the 1x4 or the 2x4, and voila, sealed. I don't know, if any water gets in there, it's going to have to be because it's a hurricane. So, nice and snug. Is that a lizard up there? What are you doing? He's just chilling. It is a lizard. Don't let me cut your tail, man. Keep it out of the way. There we go. I hope you're not up there when I get the vacuum. Don't want to suck a lizard up into the shop vac. Alrighty. What's this? What's this? Kind of pulling apart there, isn't it? Styrofoam everywhere. That is about perfect. So let's try that one. That one I didn't need. my other option for this was the foam pipe insulation. The tubes of foam, like, looks kind of like a pool noodle, but they're made to fit around your pipes. I went to Lowe's and they had some, but they were only the 1/2 inch or the 3/4 inch. And when I squashed it down, because that's what it would be, you know, you're taking the round insulation and squashing it so it would fit up in there in those gaps. And the 3/4 inch just didn't seem like it was going to be thick enough or firm enough, so I was going to look for a 1 inch. And then I remembered I had this styrofoam, and it works perfectly. It's a 1 inch thick firm styrofoam. It's pushing that gap closed. And I had to tear apart one of my targets. I used all this packing material from when we moved, and some other items. I don't know where all this styrofoam came from. But anyway, I doubled it up in a couple of large trash bags, and we were using it as a target yesterday for shooting the bow and the slingshot and stuff. So anyway, I'll finish this up and get the vacuum out here so there isn't a bunch of styrofoam around here. So I don't want the cheeky babies thinking it's food. That would not be good. Oh, look. See, I'll vacuum all that up. But the gaps are closed. So that's wonderful. Gotta keep it dry in here.